What is up, guys? Trudy Slayer is back here today, guys. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about artifacts and what heroes you should be putting them, as well as a general explanation of them. Now, this is going to be a two-parter just because I want to cover as much as I can about these 3 artifacts in this video. I'll cover the next 3 in the next video. Just a quick note here, guys, before we get started, I just want to let you know these artifacts can be switched off as many times as you want. So you don't have to take my advice. If you want, go ahead and do some testing with it. That's the best way we can find out what works and what doesn't work. But let's go ahead and get started. So today's first artifact we're going to be talking about is Victor's Emblem. What it does is it reduces damage taken by 10 to 20% depending on whether or not you upgrade it. It also has a 25% chance to reduce target's attack by 10 to 30% for 3 seconds when attacking. Now, of course, you always can upgrade it, so it can either be upgraded from the level 1 to 10% to up to a 30% L5 out of 5. The reduction of target's attack has a 5-second cooldown, so once it triggers, it goes on a 5-second cooldown before it has a chance to proc again. Now, when it comes to Victor Emblem, being able to reduce damage is a huge benefit, and this is really going to be shown on tanks, those heroes that have big health pools and need that extra survivability so they can last longer in a fight, such as Dread Drake. Dread Drake is one of those heroes I strongly recommend this on, especially since his talent negates damage, so this is going to stack on top of that and be able to reduce even more damage, especially help him out when that proc is on cooldown. Now, you can also put this on a Skull Knight. You can also put on a Lanacor and Orcsbane. A lot of the tanks in the game will benefit immensely from this talent because being able to reduce that damage they take will allow them to really take advantage of that huge health pool and give them more survivability. Now, you could also put it on the medics of Castle Clash, such as a Druid or a Golem. Keeping them alive longer means they're going to be able to heal more and overall keep the team alive a lot longer. Not only that, you can also put it on the buffer heroes of Castle Clash, from Pumpkin Duke to Cupid to Valentina. Any hero that buffs, giving them more survivability is always a good thing. This artifact is more of a universal artifact compared to the rest just because it gives more survivability to your heroes, and I would experiment with this. I really think it's really strong in dungeons because you know how insane dungeons have 7 out of 7 garrisons on their towers. Not only that, their heroes, even though they're like level 100, have even more health pools and damage output than our base heroes. The next artifact we're going to be talking about, guys, is the Axe of Strife. What the Axe of Strife does is it increases your crit rate by 7 to 20% depending on whether or not you upgrade it. Also has a 30% chance to increase your attack by 10 to 20% for 2 to 4 seconds when attacking, depending if you upgrade it. It has a 5-second cooldown on that 30% chance to increase. Overall, this is a DPS artifact. When it comes to this artifact, putting on heroes that either have a fast attack rate or have a proc that gets an increase based off their attack is a huge advantage for this talent to be put on them, such as a Spirit Mage or Minotaur, because that increase to the damage they can deal off their proc is always a good help, even though it's a chance. Now, the actual best hero I do think this will be most beneficial on, though, is a Phantom King. Since he has no cooldown on his proc, has one of the fastest attack rates in the game, he has the most chance for this to proc. You're really going to see the most advantages off of Phantom King. And finally, guys, we're going to be talking about Lightning Rock. What the Lightning Rock does is increases dodge rate by 6 to 15% if you upgrade it, increases your move speed by 10 to 30%, and it does not have a cooldown. The basics of this artifact is it's basically a sprint, and putting this on a hero that you use in arena is going to be a huge advantage. This really feels like an arena artifact, and heroes such as Ares, Pumpkin Duke, Cupid can take advantage of this, because remember, when it comes to arena, having a nice sprint on one of your heroes, especially if they have a 5 out of 5 revive, means they're usually going to reach the main fight first, as well as reach the artifact first if you go into an empty lane. This is a very strong artifact for arena. There's other game modes it can be benefit in, but I really think it's mainly for arena based heroes. So tell me what you thought about this video in the comments below. If this helped you pick what heroes to put with what artifacts, I really hope it did. And remember, guys, to keep on chewing, and I'll keep on slaying. See all of you guys on the next video. Bye bye.